This is the hardest episode to make, and probably the hardest to listen to. Not because it's about something traumatic. It might be, but not necessarily. It's hard because it's about territory that doesn't have easy language. The body doesn't speak in concepts. It speaks in sensations, intentions, in automatic responses that happen before any thought. There's a phrase that often appears in the investigation of trauma and psychosomatics. The body keeps the score, not as narrative memory, as somatic memory, as patterns of tension, response, contraction, and expansion that were formed in experiences that might have happened before you had language to describe them. Pleasure, pain, touch, need. It's not the body you were born with. It's the body you learn to have. The inheritance of the body is the most invisible of all because it operates on a level where words rarely reach. But it's real, and it's examinable. An automatic form that has intrigued you, a tension that appears always in the same context, a physical response to specific situations, a somatic pattern you recognize but never examined where it comes from. In families, emotional rules are taught, not written, not discussed, but absolutely clear to those who grow up within them. What can be felt and shown? What is felt but not shown? What is learned not to feel at all? Some of these rules are explicit. Men don't cry. Don't be so sensitive. Don't exaggerate. Others are implicit, learned by observing how emotions were received or rejected by the most important people in your life. If you showed pain and were not recognized, you learned that pain doesn't deserve recognition. If you showed joy and it was minimized, you learned that joy needs to be contained. If you showed anger and it was punished, you learned that anger is dangerous and needs to be hidden. If you showed need and it was not met, you learned that needs are a burden. These learnings don't just stay in the mind. They stay in the body. Unexpressed anger creates chronic tension, often in the shoulders, jaw, chest. Unprocessed sadness manifests in ways that conventional medicine treats as physical symptoms without understanding the origin. Pleasure blocked by shame creates a body that can't relax even when there's no threat. Your body doesn't lie. It recorded everything. It's still waiting for someone to ask. This part of the episode is about something rarely examined, what your family taught you about deserving pleasure. Not specifically sexual pleasure, pleasure in general. Rest, joy, lightness, abundance, beauty, comfort. Families with scarcity, material or emotional, often transmit a guilty relationship with pleasure. Enjoying when others suffer seems irresponsible. Resting when there's work to be done seems lazy. Spending on something beautiful seems wasteful. Families with chronic anxiety transmit a body that can't let its guard down. That's always ready for the next threat. That can't be in a moment of pleasure without an active part watching what might go wrong. And families where pleasure was associated with shame, for religious, cultural reasons, or specific experiences, transmit a body that contracts when it should expand, that learns to distrust its own positive sensations. Your level of comfort with pleasure, rest, joy, was largely decided before you had a choice about it. Does it need permission? Do you still struggle to allow it? A rest you seem never able to take without guilt, a joy you immediately control, a need you still don't know how to ask for directly. Families also teach how to respond to pain, physical and emotional. Families where pain was ignored or minimized teach a body not to register the limit, to work beyond exhaustion because stopping is not an option, to continue in situations that should have ended because you can handle it. That person reaches middle age with a body that doesn't recognize its own alarm signals because it was trained to ignore them. Families where pain was dramatized or used instrumentally teach a body to amplify, where suffering is the language that guarantees attention. This is not conscious manipulation. It's a survival strategy that settled early and stayed. Families where pain was processed with care, recognized, attended to, but not amplified, teach a body to trust its own signals. That pain is information, not identity. That a limit is given to be respected, not ignored or displayed. What you learned about your pain determines how you respond to the pain of others, and vice versa. The body that demands too much of itself learned that it doesn't have the right to need. The body that frequently gets sick might be saying what the voice couldn't say. There is no quick fix for somatic inheritance. What exists is an invitation to start listening, with curiosity, without judgment. Practice 1. Name what the body is doing now. Not what you're thinking. What the body is doing. Is there tension somewhere? Where? Is there weight? Is there lightness? Not to solve, to notice. This practice gradually creates a connection with the body that goes beyond the functional, starts to treat it as a source of information, not just a vehicle. Practice 2. Track the somatic trigger. Next time you notice a strong physical response, tension, tightness in the chest, energy that disappears, sudden contraction, pause and ask, when was the first time I remember feeling this? Not to find a definitive answer, to start creating the map. Practice 3. Give gradual permission. Identify one thing. One, that the body needs and that you're not giving yet. Rest, movement, pleasure, limit, emotional expression. Just one. And start there, with intention and without demanding perfection. The body slowly learns that now it's safe. Attention starts by stopping treating the body as an obstacle and starting to treat it as an interlocutor. Throughout this season, we've examined 5 inheritances. Money, the mother, failure, relationships, the body. They are different inheritances, with different languages, different roots, different consequences. But they have something in common. They all arrived before you could choose to receive them. And they all operate now, today, in decisions that seem yours, but have history underneath. The body is the last episode because it's the deepest. It's where everything else deposits. What you inherited about money is in the body as anxiety or lightness. What you inherited from the mother is in the body as security or hypervigilance. What you inherited about failure is in the body as contraction or openness. What you inherited about love is in the body as what allows or refuses. The body doesn't lie, and it doesn't forget. But when it starts to be heard, genuinely heard, it also starts to release what it no longer needs to hold. Inheritance is not destiny. It's a starting point that you can finally see. And seeing changes what is possible to choose. This is invisible inheritance. What your body learned about pain, pleasure, limit, and need before you had words for any of these things. This was Season 2 of Invisible Inheritance. 5 inheritances. A single question beneath it all. What did you receive before you could choose? And what do you want to do with it now that you can see? Soon, we'll close this season together. Invisible Inheritance. Season 2.